It's a late one tonight. I've not long been back from the Job Serve Community Stadium, I think it's called, Colchester United FC, for everyone else out there watching Town in action tonight against Charlton. Thought I'd jump on, give a quick, probably 10-minute match review. And if anyone's about, I know it's late and probably a lot of people are in bed, get involved in the comments, hit subscribe, hit the like button. We'll go for 100 likes. And the Suffolk Crunch is sponsored by Bad Shirt Club. And head over to the website, look at the hats, jackets and shirts, TSC30. Use the code at the checkout for 30% off. Good evening, Louis Fenton. You're in the house. How are you, mate? Hopefully you're good. But yeah, tonight, Town at Colchester. It ended Ipswich Town 2, Charlton Athletic 1. Good evening, Kevin. Good evening, James. Town, much changed from, we will get to Hayden Hackney in a minute. There's a lot of news about Hayden Hackney. Good evening, Electric Trust. But yeah, everyone watching, smash the like button. It makes us more visible and gets us out there to a lot more people to watch the channel. Norman Greenwood, good evening. Hackney and Matuswa, is there a better midfielder in the Championship? Louis says, good to get more minutes in the legs and great to win again. Build a momentum again. Have you seen the breaking news? We're getting there on Hayden Hackney. I'll just do, little quick review of the game. Much changed lineup for Town from Aberdeen. Started with Christian Walton in the sticks. Back for Townsend left back. Ben Johnson right back. He was right back to start with at Aberdeen. Kit Pray and Wolfie in centre of defence. Midfield, Cam Humphreys and Finn Barbrook, who I thought was very, very good tonight. Thought he was good. In front of them, Agbonne on the right, Chaplin in the 10, Jack Clark on the left, Ali Al-Hamidi up front. So who else we got? Ashton 520, good evening. SP, good evening. Richard Chandler, good evening, mate. Cedric Kipray, he is an absolute tank and you would not be messing with him. But I thought, look, for a friendly, I thought it was probably played in about third gear, if I'm honest. It wasn't a lot of tackling. We were sat near the away dugouts. Nathan Jones is double lively. I mean, he didn't sit down and he's like on his players all the time. And I thought Charlton tonight, I thought they were pretty poor, if I'm honest. I know it's a friendly and you don't read too much into it. But I thought Town, first half, played some good football. A lot of our good attacking threat was coming down the right-hand side. I thought, nice to see Agbonne back. He's probably, he's not going to start. Yes, Nathan Broadhead. We'll chat about him as well in a minute. We'll get on to Muric as well. Nice to see Aro Muric in the nets. And I thought first half controlled the game without really creating much. I think the one save that Kaminski had to make was some good football. Lay off by Al-Hamidi and Humphreys had a good shot from the edge of the box. I thought Al-Hamidi, I mean, he just couldn't get hold of the ball in the first half. It didn't stick. When you're playing with that one up front, the ball's going into the striker. He's got to secure that ball and he's got to make it stick to bring them other players into play. And he didn't really do his job, I didn't think, in the first half. Second half, he obviously got the second goal. Town taking the lead. Obviously, Jack Clark getting the goal. Lovely little goal from him in from the left-hand side, dribbling across the box, went past 3 or 4 players and then smashed it in on his right foot. And then obviously Charlton equalised from a set piece again, which is a bit worrying. And then they had a header later on from a set piece that Muric saved. But yeah, look, nice to see Muric back in the goal. I see online there was a few people saying there was some boos. I don't think there was a lot of boos, if I'm being quite honest. I think some people that you just because he played poorly last season. It's a hard one with Muric. Where do we go? Richard Chandler says Muric played really well. A couple of good saves, command his error, and good distribution. Now, I'm going to say it now. Aro Muric is our best goalkeeper. He's the best goalkeeper we've got at a football club. But, and it comes with a massive but, after what happened last year, and we obviously brought in Alex Palmer, I don't see a way that Muric can get back in the team at the minute. We've got 5 goalkeepers. I mean, David Button was on the bench again tonight. Christian Walton started in the first half. I think Kieran Slicker's going to go out on loan. So it's going to be interesting to see who the backup goalkeeper is going to be. I mean, Muric probably needs minutes. If we're going to loan him out or sell him potentially, I'm not sure. But I think his distribution is, like Richard says there, is a lot better than Palmer. It's just his decision making, and he makes mistakes, and you can never quite really tell what he's going to do. But yeah, it went back to 1-1, and then Al Hamady got the goal. I mean, the ball over the top from Ben Johnson. I'm not sure where the centre halves were. Run through, slotted it in, and then we could have probably scored more goals. Nice to see Ashley Young and Amari come on at 60, and they got 30 minutes. And I thought they looked quite a good partnership down that right hand side. I mean, if Amari stays, it's just ridiculous, the abundance of forward players we got. Shabby McNally, totally agree. Muric is our best keeper. Last season is history. Christopher says, how many strikers should we buy? 1 for me. I think it's just 1 player. Norman Greenwald, Harry Clark injured again. Yeah, he missed a game tonight. He's got a leg injury picked up in training. Got to have a scan, could be out for a while, so that's probably not ideal. So SP says, is Ben Johnson going to Fulham? I would think with the news that Harry Clark's injured, that probably squashes any chance of that happening. Louis says, I think Muric fits the way we play the best, but is it too risky now with the decision making? I wonder if we recruit a new keeper if we go up. I think if we go up, I think we definitely recruit another goalkeeper. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Palmer wasn't involved tonight. He was rested. Leif Davis didn't get any minutes. He was rested. He was there. O'Shea didn't get on the pitch. Greaves, Matuswa, they were all rested. They played obviously 65 plus minutes at Aberdeen. You'd expect them to come back in now for Saturday at Orgs there, which is the last friendly. And I mean, look, we're a week and a half away now. Time is ticking. Yeah, obviously Nathan Broadhead wasn't picked tonight. There's some rumours of Wrexham coming in for Nathan Broadhead for 7 million. It's a tough one for Broady because I think we're all fans. Noel Baker says, still think we need a really good right back. We don't need a new right back. No, we've signed one, Ashley Young. He will be our right back to start at Birmingham. He looked quite good when he came on. He left one on their left winger, a little bit naughty, maybe yellow in a league game, but used the ball well, knows his positional play quite well. So I've got no doubt Ashley Young will play a lot of football for Town this season. But yeah, getting back to Broadhead, there's been rumours for quite a while that Wrexham are in for him. But SP says Ashley Young, amazing signing. Yeah, I agree. Jamie says, evening crunch and everyone on here, why aren't these on TV for a £5? I've just got in from work, but could have watched it. Because it was at Colchester, Jamie, possibly that was why it wasn't on Town TV. It was available on the audio. Adam Tanner sat just behind us. I sat just in front of the press tonight. He was there, so I said hello to him. So I'm not really sure why it wasn't on. I don't know if Colchester maybe don't have the capability. I'm not sure, mate. But yeah, there's a lot of people probably would have watched it. It was a really decent crowd. I don't know what the crowd was. They didn't announce what the crowd was. I reckon it must have been seven plus. It was easy to get away as well. Getting in was a bit of a nightmare. A lot of traffic. But where we parked in the car park at the ground, I was lucky that I was at the car park, which literally when you came in, and that was the first to get out. So we were back on the A12 within 10 minutes. Louis says, I love Brody, but with only 1 year left on his deal, I'll take the money. And that is where I am, mate, and everyone else in the chat. Nathan Broadhead, massive fan, really good footballer, technical. Yeah, he disappears in some spells in games, but then he'll do something. Look, he came in League One, done his job. Then he scored, 13 goals in a championship season. Last season, he played quite well, in the Premier League when he had his chance. I was reading that he was potentially going to go to Sunderland on loan last summer in the window if we'd have been able to sign Reece Nelson, which we didn't do, and he went to Fulham. So, look, it's football. And I think with his age as well, a year left, are you going to give Nathan Broadhead a 3-year contract? I don't think we are. And if you're offered 7 million and you bought him for like 1.5 million, I think it's really good business sense. And it cuts a bit deep, doesn't it, when another one of the double winning promotion team might be leaving the football club. But that is football. You know, players come, players go. But Nathan Broadhead will always, he'll always be in my heart, and he'll always be in a lot of Town fans' hearts of what he done. I remember the penalty against Port Vale that night. You know, it was 1-1, it was late. He took it, he stuck it away, and he's had some really good moments at the football club. And we just have to wait and see what happens in these next few weeks. But it wouldn't surprise me if he goes. Jamie says 7 million, take it. His injury record ain't great. And yeah, there's another probably minus point against him is his fitness. And then you look at the players he's got in front of him at Town on that left-hand side. You've got Philogene, you've got Clark. Right-hand side, Amari or Bene, Chaplin in there. I mean, where's Burns to come back? You've got a lot of players. Yeah, Jamie, I totally agree with a great player for the club, but we move on. SP's off to sleep. I will be off to bed soon. Just got to work tomorrow. Get through tomorrow, and I've got 7 days off. Looking forward to it. The 1 to 24, I'll be doing that. Get involved in that when I do that live. I've got to have a look at the teams and who's signed what, and yeah, we'll do our 1 to 24 predictions because everyone else does it. So thought I might as well do it. Louis says, I believe with how long McKenna chased Philogene for and the pedigree of him and Clark at this level, I can't see Broadie getting first team football. Been a brilliant servant and player for the club. James Thompson says, love Broadie, would miss his song chant. So SB says, how is Burns getting on? Well, I think that is literally, it's a 9-month from injury to recovery. So that was January, nearly the end. I would think you're looking at the back end of November into December, mate, because obviously he's got that recovery, then he's got to get up to match speed. So it's probably going to be Christmas time, I'd have thought, before Nathan Broadhead is back in. Nathan Broadhead, it's late. Sorry, Wes Burns is back in the frame. I'll have a little chat with his mum. I'll see how he's getting on, and then I'll drop it on here. Good evening, Mel. Good evening, David. Hope all is well with the family. Dorset Blue says, how did Jack Clark do? Just saw he scored. He is such a silky player. He is. Have we seen the best of him at Town? Not yet. You know, we haven't seen. If you're still tuned in, Hayden Hackney news coming very soon. We haven't seen the best of Jack Clark. He's back to his level. Will he be starting regular? Well, it looks like Jaden Philogene at the minute is on that left, but there's a lot of games. There's a lot of football to be played. Jack Clark will get ample opportunity this season to show us what a good footballer he is at this level. You know, I think he'll be involved. He'll play plenty of minutes. I think he'll score some goals. I think he'll score probably 8 to 10 goals, hopefully, and quite a few assists. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. Was Clark on the? Yeah, he was on the left tonight, James. He started out on the left. Benny was on the right. So there's another one. I don't think I even included him in the front players. Eric Benny is another one who's in the mix. Keep smashing that like button. 96 of you watching live. Let's get to 100 likes, which is easy. Right, we will get onto Hayden Hackney. So obviously, rumours all over the socials. Hayden Hackney, is he coming to Town? Is it going to be a record championship bid? Will Middlesbrough want to sell him to a championship rival? Quickly, Rich says, Agmoni played well for someone who hasn't played much in a year. Louis says, I think there'll be that suit games that suit Philogene. Hang on, where are we? Oh, Louis just bloody deleted it. I was just reading it out. Jamie says, Burns' pace won't be the same. Dare I say it? Move him on at a big profit. The club is moving quickly. Go with the... Yeah, we'll see. So, quick Hayden Hackney. Town have had a bid accepted tonight, lower than the 20 million that was floating about over the weekend. I think it's about 15 million with the add-ons. But the player's still mulling over it. Look, there you go. Highlights already on Charlton's YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen the highlights, go and check it out. Check the goals out. He's still to make his mind up, Hackney. Look, I can understand him, right? He's 23. He's been at Borough since he was 10. Comes from Redcar, up that way. Had a loan spell at Scunthorpe. And then come back to Borough, and he's been really good. I think he's played 130 games. Under 21s, he was playing there in the summer in that tournament. Highly sought after. Probably wants to go to the Premier League, and I don't blame him, But there's no Premier League interest as of this moment. So Town have made the bid. It's been accepted by Borough. It's just a patience game for me. Hopefully we would have other targets potentially if Hayden Hackney doesn't come to the football club. But I'm really hoping that he does, because he's a quality player. I've seen quite a bit of him. I think I see a stat the other day, progressive passes. I think this was in Europe last season. He was second on that list, and the only player who was ahead of him was Pedri, who plays for Barcelona. So that says to me the quality that he possesses. And I think he'd be a massive asset to the football club if we can get the deal done. I think we need a statement signing. And I think if we sign a Hayden Hackney, looking at the squad tonight, looking at the players that weren't involved, ridiculous. Craig at Winchester says, I've hardly seen him play, but told he's the best passer of the ball in the Championship. Rich says him and Azor would rip centre midfield up in the Championship, and I totally agree with you. So we just have to be patient and hope it gets done. Obviously, I thought tonight Cameron Humphreys was decent in there. Jack Taylor come on. We've got Azor. If it was down to me, I'd want at least Hackney and another. A lot of games to play in this division. The Dutch Destroyer and the Teesside Titanium, says Louis. I like that. But let's hope that Ashton can get chatting to his agent and say to him, listen, you want to play in the Premier League, come to town. You've only got to play another year in the Championship, and we're going to be a Premier League football team again. So Neil says, any strikers linked? Not that I've heard, Neil. I know there was Gay from Chelsea linked, but that was a while back. Rich says Barbrook was better than Cam tonight. I thought Barbrook was very good. Steve Latimer says, hello, Crunch. Great win tonight. Sorry for the late one. Cat issues. You can't leave it like that. Tell me more. Dorset Blue, Hackney and Brownhill would be my dream two midfield signings. Rich says a guy from Metz linked this week. Oh, yeah, I did see that was striker, but I didn't really... It's not really been... Hang on, I need a drink. I'm a bit parched. Alex says Muric was not even on the bench and came on. It don't make sense. He needs to go. I don't think you have to put an official team sheet in. Alex, Button was on the bench, but Muric needs the minutes. Norman says, is Barbrook good enough to be Azor's understudy? I would probably think not at this time. I thought he was quite good tonight. You might see him at Bromley, maybe in the cup. Jamie says, has Morty got fucked off yet and he's coming back? Well, unfortunately not. I think we're all sad still that Sam's left the football club. But yeah, I think other than that, I think we've covered it all. 2-1 win tonight, 3 out of 3 in pre-season. Off to France for the weekend game. Barbara could benefit in a League One loan, says Rich. Stephen says she decided to go wandering outside, couldn't find her. Newport won on Pens tonight in the League Cup pre-round against Barnet. That was, I think that was on Sky. I mean, if you love your football, this weekend there's loads on. It starts Friday night with Luton AFC Wimbledon, that League One and League Two kickoff this weekend. I think we've got Cardiff, Peterborough is on Saturday. I think we got Stockport Bolton on Sunday. So look, the football's coming. It's coming thick and fast. Loads of games. Ali B says, hate that walk back to the train station. I don't even know where the train station is in Colchester. So But yeah, luckily, like I said, the traffic was quite kind tonight. Got back on the A12 and was home within about 40 minutes. But anyway, cheers for watching, everybody. We have done 20 minutes. It's time for bed. Might have a little bit of toast. Drink me cuppa. Here he is, Marcus, the legend. Alex says, I thought Kit Pray was amazing tonight. Look, he is a championship defender, knows what the league's about. I think he could put a bit of pressure on Jacob Greaves this season, you know, because he's played a lot of football at this level. Cheers, Steve. He says, keep up the good work. Yeah, smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button. We're aiming for 100. We can get more than 100. Easy. We get to 200. Turn on your notifications bell. And then whenever I go live, you get notified and you can join in the chat. Probably do a cricket little video tomorrow. Do a little review of Old Trafford and a little preview of the Oval. It was all kicking off today. Galton Gambia, India's coach, arguing with the groundsman. I mean, what is going on? It's been just pretty lively, this series. But yeah, starts again on Thursday. Last test. So we'll have a look at that tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Share with your mates. Tell them to get over here. Get involved with the Suffolk Crunch. And yeah, week and a half to the season kicks off at Birmingham. My tickets come today. Yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, cheers for watching. Sleep well, everybody. And Hayden Hackney, he's on the horizon. All the best.